Hello everyone and welcome back to Trend Dive. Every year, people do their best to raise the bar for human limits, and each year they end up doing things that defy science and human capacity. In this attempt, some people end up doing the craziest thing possible. These people put their all into becoming Guinness World Record Holders. Basically, when a new record appears, it makes headlines all over the world. As the years have gone by, the record books have gotten thicker and the records have become more unbelievable. Today, we'll be taking a look at some of the most insane records ever set by man. Before we begin, make sure to like the video, subscribe to continue getting access to future content. Also, make sure to watch until the end to see the craziest world record ever done live. You would never have guessed it. Number 5. Extreme solo climbing. It's hard to identify anyone who is more extreme than Alex Arnold. In the world of mountain climbing, he is known to be a free solo climber. This means that he is usually found climbing mountains with no safety equipment or harness, just his own hands and feet. Arnold holds a lot of impressive records and feats which he has done in the world of free solo climbing. His most notable record to date is so daring that it would take a lot of courage to even attempt topping him. Alex free soloed El Capitan in California. It's the largest granite monument in the world. It stands tall at 75,000 feet. On June 3rd, 2017, Alex became the first person to free climb to the top, all 75,000 feet of it. He's a really brave man. Well, there's really no surprise that he holds the record to this day. Would you dare to break it? Number 4. Cliff diving. Cliff diving has become popular around the world. It is a sport that has managed to produce viral video clips and a lot of frightening experiences. The sport originated in Hawaii. It's a state filled with different landscapes that are perfect for cliff diving and other extreme activities. Traditionally, it is done as a show of bravery between Hawaiian men. There's no doubt about that because it really takes guts to jump off a cliff. This tradition is now done by thousands of people around the world as a sport or fun activity. And people have also found the highest places possible to take the sports to new heights. In 2015, a Brazilian extreme athlete, Lasso Schaller, set the record for the highest free cliff dive. He jumped from 192 feet into a relatively narrow pool below in Switzerland. The fall lasted a total of 4 seconds, and he fell at speeds over 123 kilometers per hour. Well, he had to rely on the help of the safety crew to help him because of the rapid change in altitude disoriented him and he could have drowned. Thankfully, Lasso completed the record by managing to keep himself upright during the fall and prevented any injuries to himself. Number 3. Appalachian Trail. Marathon running has become somewhat of an old fashion. Everyone is now interested in ultra marathons these days, and Karl Meltzer is a record setter in the extreme sport. He is among one of the fittest people who can take on different ultra marathons. At an age of 48, he set an incredible ultra marathon record by finishing the Appalachian Trail in a quick 45 days, 22 hours, and 38 minutes. By looking at these figures, it's hard to imagine what all the fuss is about in Karl's record. So let's take a look at the numbers. How long is that ultra marathon? The Appalachian Trail spans across 14 states in the United States, and to complete it in that time, Karl had to run 77 kilometers per day for 46 days. That's just like running 2 marathons per day for a month and a half. Throughout the whole duration of the race, Karl burned almost 350,000 calories and took over 4.2 million steps. He truly showed how far and fast you can push the human body. Number 2. Deepest dive. Swimming is one of the best ways to cool off during a hot day, but some divers get into the water to break records. This is the case of Russian diver Alexei Molchanov. It just seems like he has a deeper relationship with the water. Alexei spends most of his life training his body for underwater dives. He is constantly practicing how to hold his breath and cope with huge oceanic pressure. It really helped it in his next record as he earned his rank among the most famous divers in history. In 2018, Alexei set his most notable record when he went deepest into the ocean. He set the record for the deepest self-propelled sea dive of all time. This meant that he dove with no equipment on a single breath and managed to go as deep as 130 meters down. To do this, the Russian national had to hold his breath for a total of 4 minutes. During his feat, he dove so far down beyond certain wavelengths of light that he had to carry a light on his head to see. Number 1. Longest breath hold. Number 1. Longest breath held. Well, this is a record which you shouldn't try to break. An average person can survive for 1 to 5 minutes without oxygen. Some trained professionals and divers are able to do it for 9 minutes. The fact that no one can do it for so long shows that oxygen is essential to our survival. But Spanish free diver Alex Seguera wanted to see how far he could really push the human body. He made an attempt to set the record for the longest breath hold in the world. In 2016, the Spanish diver managed to hold his breath for 24 minutes and 3 seconds in front of the Guinness World Record panel. He managed to hold his breath for so long using a technique he developed. It involved stopping his body from breathing for the entire duration. To achieve this, he first has to breathe in a pure oxygen environment as a form of preparation. But by doing that, Alex broke no rules. This guy changes the limits to what you can achieve underwater. Thanks for watching it until the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Which of the records seemed the hardest for you? Let us know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like the video and comment. See you next time.